Hey, welcome to Cal Free Kicks. On this channel I review leather-free sneakers only, and this video is all about a new drop from New Balance. It is the New Balance 610T. Welcome to the channel. As with every shoe review that I complete, I always look into 5 different categories. Then at the end of the video, I will give these New Balance 610Ts an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you do like what you see as it going on, do not forget to show some support by clicking the little thumbs up like button below on your device and whilst you're down there. And if you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. So let's kick this review off then by first checking out these New Balance 610Ts on feet. These New Balance 610Ts or 610Ts come in 2 different colorways at the moment. You've got this kind of dark tan black colorway, but you've also got what they're calling like a moonbeam colorway. I do prefer the lighter colorway out of the 2, but as this is a trail shoe, I'm not too sure how long the looks are going to last with that lighter colorway. I'm pretty sure they're going to get filthy and dirty straight away and lose their looks immediately. Whereas with this shoe, at least you've got a combination of this darker tan color with this black nylon fabric, with this web-like material TPU detailing over the top of the shoe that you get running throughout the sneaker. On top of that, you've got synthetic overlays that dominate the majority of the sneaker. You've got a slightly hardened toe cap at the front where this outsole rides up to give your toe a little bit of extra protection. As you move towards the midfoot of the shoe, you've got the New Balance branding. You've got lace loops here. The lace loops are split between additional loops that you can see here. It's kind of sewn in to the upper, and then you've got just the traditional loops that run through and pierce the upper of the shoe. As you move towards the tongue, you've got a very, very small finger hole loop here, which I don't think you're going to be able to get your fingers through unless you have really, really tiny hands. You move towards the rear of the sneaker, you've got some oversized stitching that runs through the middle of the back of the shoe there around the heel, and then you've got a heel pull here that does come in handy to get these on your feet, and you can definitely get your finger through that one. The midsole for these is the C-cap cushioned midsole, and then you move towards the outsole of the sneaker, which, as you can see, there's incredibly rugged cutaways on this very rugged hardened rubber outsole for these sneakers. And overall, I think looks wise, they do look really nice for a trail shoe. I do think they could have done a little bit more with the colorways though, because like I said, one is too light, and this one here, I'm just not too sure. I'm 100% convinced by this tan and black colorway. I think overall the triple black colorway always wins with this type of sneaker. Now moving on to their comfort, where I want to put this C-cap midsole to the test on my back doorstep. The hardened rubber outsole for these and this C-cap midsole give a really nice ride underfoot if you like a firmer shoe. Now you can see from the step test that when I put a lot of pressure on my back doorstep, this C-cap midsole combined with this hardened rubber outsole did give a really nice responsive amount of bounce back. But overall it does ride on the firmer side because these are a trail shoe. They're not as flexible as some, but to be honest, you can still get a really nice amount of bend out of these. Even though it is quite hard to give a full flex for the shoe, they are a lot more flexible than a lot of hardened rubber outsole trail shoes out there. And I do like the amount of flex you get in the outsole under your feet. So overall, comfort wise, whilst they're on the firmer side, I did enjoy the ride under feet. On top of your feet, you get a lot of padding around the heel of the sneaker, which you get a lot with 2000 inspired sneakers like these ones here. Then you've got a really nice padding on the tongue as well, and also on top of your foot in the toe box area. Overall, fit wise, these are an absolute true fit. I am a perfect length UK size 10 foot wise, and width wise, I do have a slightly wider than average foot, but there's plenty of room in the toe box, and also the foot opening for these is really nice and large as well. So overall, a really nice fitted shoe. Now I want to move on to their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales. Coming in at 358 grams. These do feel a lot lighter in hand and on feet than I would have expected because these are, after all, a trail shoe. I haven't mentioned it already, but the T in the name, New Balance 610T, stands for trail. Now you can see by the rugged outsole that these are going to offer you a lot of support underfoot, and also on top of your feet you do get a nice amount of support with the lace loop pulls that you get as well, and the amount of overlays you've got on the shoe. But keeping that weight down to 358 grams is a great job because I consider any shoe that weighs under 350 grams to be considered lightweight, and anything really above the 400-450 gram mark to be heavyweight. So these fall very close to being considered a lightweight sneaker, and for a trail shoe that's a really good sign that they are nice and lightweight because you still get that rugged edge to it without having to lug around additional weight. So I do really like the weight for these. Now moving on to their breathability, where I'm going to pump this TPU webbed upper full of smoke to see how breathable they are. You can see from the smoke test there that the smoke only escaped from the lace loop areas of this upper where the tongue meets the rest of the shoe, and those holes are made to perforate for the laces. Sadly, when that happens, it means the smoke can't escape from anywhere else in the upper of the sneaker. So this nylon fabric that's covered in this TPU webbing with the synthetic overlays on top sadly doesn't offer any breathability. Now it depends what you're looking for. Don't forget, this is a trail shoe, so if you're looking for something that's going to keep your feet warm and slightly dry in the winter months, then this could be for you. But do not forget, these are not waterproof, so if it does rain, they are eventually going to get your feet wet and it is going to weigh the shoe down because the water's not going to run off it, it's just going to be absorbed. I do like shoes that are breathable because I don't like to get hot and sweaty feet, so for me they are going to be marked down in that department, unfortunately. Now moving on to their price. Now these cost me a very well-rounded £100, and I do think that's a really good price point for the shoe because I don't think I'd want to pay any more for them, but again I think they're reasonably priced for what you're getting for a trail shoe, especially one that's got as many features that I like about it as this one. Now I'm going to move on to my overall score for these shoes, and they're going to get a very solid 4 stars. Now, I'm giving them 4 stars because they are a trail shoe. Now, they do work very well as a lifestyle sneaker too, because I think the weight that they offer and the comfort can also be worn as an everyday sneaker as well as a trail shoe. I think they're only really let down with the fact that the colorway isn't that great on this one. Yes, I do prefer the other one, and if you're going to wear the other one just as a lifestyle shoe, you really probably aren't going to worry about them getting too muddy and wet on the trails. But I do think the colorways could be improved, but the overall shape of the silhouette and the overalls and the cut of the shoe, I do really like, and I do think they look really good on feet. To be honest, give me anything from the 90s and that's inspired by the 2000 silhouette, I'm going to love anyway. The only thing I think that really marks them down is their breathability. So if you agree or disagree, please do not forget to leave a comment below. You can also follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up right before you leave, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.